Welcome to another session in this series. In the previous session, we ended on question number 66. Okay, so now we go to question number 67. The question says factorize completely this expression. Okay, so let's write it down first. 6a x minus 12b minus 9ay 9ay plus 8bx. Okay, well, now what we can do is group like terms. Okay, so we can easily factor out. So let's group the a terms together, and also we group the b terms together. Okay, so we have 6a x minus 9ay. Then we do the same thing for the b terms. We have 8bx minus 12by. Okay, so now we can easily factor out. Okay, because you have common things, a here, b here, b here. Okay, so from here we can factor a out, and also we can factor something else, which is 3 can go here and go here as well. Okay, so we can factor that out. We have 3a, and the bracket to let it what 2x minus 3y. Okay, similarly on the other side we can factor b out, but not just b, we can also factor 4 out, because 4 can cancel 8 and 12. Okay, so we have 4b, then we have 2x minus 3y. Cool. Now these are two terms. Okay, what is common between them? 2x minus 3y, 2x minus 3y. So we can factor that out. Okay, we factor that out. 2x minus 3y factored out. If you factor that out from here, we'll be left with what? 3a. So that in the bracket 3a plus, here when we factor 2x minus 3 out, over here we'll left with what? 4b. So plus 4b. So that is our answer, 2x minus 3y multiplying 3a plus 4b, which is b. The answer is b. Okay, it's the same thing. Right, let's move on to question number 68. The question says simplify. Okay, simplify. Cool. So let's write that down. We have, okay, instead of writing it down, let's just find the LCM. The LCM is 2xy. Okay, because xy can go into here, you can cancel it. Okay, 2xy can go into itself, and also 2 can go into this. Okay, 2 can just cancel 12. Okay, cool. Now let's take it one by one to deal with the numerators. Okay, cool. So now the first part, xy cancels xy, we are left with 2. So this 2 will multiply this whole thing. Similarly, 2x will cancel 2x, we are left with 1, and 1 will multiply this whole expression. And then we have 2 will cancel this 2, then we leave with xy, which will multiply 1. Okay, so let's do that. So we are going to have 2 multiplying 3x minus y minus 2x plus 3y plus xy. Okay, cool. Let's expand. What do you have? We have 6x minus 2y minus 2x minus 3y plus xy all over 2xy. Okay, so when we simplify, what do we get? We get 4x minus 5y plus xy all over 2xy. I think we can factorize it anymore, so that will be our solution. 4x minus 5y plus xy, that is D. Cool. Let's move on to question number 69. The question says factorize this. Okay, so let's write it down first. We have m minus n multiplying 3m plus 2n minus n minus n squared. Okay, so now this is not a difference of two squares, so we cannot use that approach. But we see that this m minus n squared can be written as m minus n, so we can have m minus n as a common factor over here, and then we can factor that out. Okay, so let's rewrite it so you see it properly. M minus n multiplying 3m plus 2n, then have m minus n multiplying m minus n. Okay, this expression is the same as n minus n squared. Okay, cool. So now that we've expanded, what is common between these two terms? Okay, this one term, this another term. What is common between them? M minus n is common. Okay, so we can factor one n minus n out. Okay, so let's factor that out. M minus n in one bracket, then we bring a big bracket, square bracket. So when we factor m minus n out from here, we'll be left with what? 3m plus 2n. 3m plus 2n. Let's put it in bracket for now. Then when we factor m minus n out, we are still left with what? M minus n. So we put it in the bracket. M minus n. Then we bring our square bracket. Okay, let's continue. We have m minus n. Then we simplify what's in the square bracket. We have 3m plus 2n minus m plus n. So let's simplify. We have m minus n. This will give us 2m plus 3n. So this is our solution. M minus n, 2m plus 3n, which is C. Okay, cool. Let's move on to question number 70. Question number 70 says we should simplify this. So as usual, we find our LCM. Here our LCM is just a multiplication of the two denominators, okay, times x. Okay, cool. Now this will cancel this, and we left with what? X. So x multiplies these two, and similarly x here will cancel x, left with this, which will multiply the one here. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to have 2 times x minus 1 times 1 minus x. What do we have? 2x minus 1 plus x all over 1 minus x multiplying x, the same. Okay, so now when we simplify, we have, what do we have? We have what? 3x minus 1 all over x multiplying 1 minus x, which is b. Okay, all right, thank you so much for watching this session. In the next session, move on to question number 71. See you again next time. Bye.